Hi guys, today I want to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is the World Health Mental Day that is celebrated every year, the 10th of October. For me, this year is particularly important, and I want to talk about this because I had several important issues in the past. Now I am out, but I was a victim for about 3 years. They didn't start immediately, but we say for 2 years and a half of emotional abuse due to my ex-partner English living around Swindon. Many of you know me. If you don't know me, it's the first time you join my channel. I am Laura, and I am originally Italian, but it's almost 9 years I live in England, and I have also a British passport, and I have also the British passport because I believe in this country. So today I want to talk a bit about this society and what is happening if you have some mental problems. Now I live in Bristol, and I am out from these problems, and I did everything by myself. I look inside me. I did lots of meditation. My work, like artistic work, in particularly life model, and I stay still per hours thinking about myself, have helped me a lot to come out from that terrible moment where I was when I decided to leave my ex. But the problem was before, when I still was living with him, because what's happening when you have physical abuse, people can see. If you go around with a black eye, like here, people see that you are suffering some abuse. But when you are receiving emotional abuse by someone, it's your word against his word, and usually happen that you get confused. You are in a cloud, and you don't know exactly what's happening to you, because who is doing this emotional abuse to you know perfectly how to do that, because usually these are weird narcissists, like my ex of Swindon. Apparently perfect family man, perfect employee, and but then when he was arriving at home, he was changing his face, and with extreme cruelty was doing this emotional abuse to me, that I had not really done something strange. Apart, I was loving him and justifying him every time he was doing this kind of stuff to me. And I am sincere, in many moments, not many, but in a few moments, especially when I was alone in London, living on my narrow boat in cold winter night, I was thinking also to kill myself, because I didn't see any escape from all this situation, because I was thinking that all my life was on him, and if I was losing him, my life was finished. And this was a part, obviously, of his game, because the narcissist, what is doing the game to isolate you from all the rest of your family and friends. I didn't have lots of friends in London, but just a few. But I was always running between London, between his house in Wiltshire, so he always had an excuse not to do what I was asking him. And then he had the excuse that I didn't like his pervert friends, and so he always say, if you don't like my friend, forget that I come out with yours. This was always a part of this game, and the game became heavier and heavier, and this thought of suicide came more and more frequent, until one day, I don't know why, I had the strength to say, okay, it's finished, it's over, whatever happens, you are out. And I never contacted him again from January, the 6th of January 2019. He provokes me continuously with this fucking social media, but I don't reply because I don't care anymore. But unfortunately, many people are not strong like me, and so at this point, what I'm saying, this association, these charities that are helping people with a mental issue, tomorrow must be remembered, and please do some donations. In UK, what can say, in the moment that I had this serious problem, I didn't feel at all protected and safe. I was feeling alone, like no one was helping me in a moment that I need help. This why? Because first of all, you need to go to talk with your GP, and then your GP, if see that you have some mental issue, put you in contact with a doctor, no? That another doctor that should check your mental health. I don't know now in Bristol, but at the moment I was living in London, and it was quite complicated because I had also to work, because I had not lots of money in my bank account in that period. But moving in London, going around from my home to this doctor that have to check me means losing lots of hours, and I couldn't go to work, so I decided to do everything by myself. But again, when you have this mental issue, many people are not ready to go and work, and they can be depressed, they can have panic attack, they can be confused and can do their work anymore. And so what's happened? If they lose their job, they can lose easily their flat, because in this country the landlord have all the power they want and the tenant has no power. So if you don't pay the rent today, in a month you can be evicted very easily. And you can go in some mental hospital, but you are not there forever. So when you are out, if you don't have any family member like me here in UK that can help you, what you do? You can be really find yourself homeless, and you need to wait lots of time before the council help you. This is one of those problems why in the UK there are lots of homeless around the street, also for this. And then there was the COVID, and obviously when I was feeling better, really change of life, leave London, come in Bristol, new work, new friends, blah blah blah, arrive COVID, and COVID again changed my life. But again I found enough strength to create my new work, and now my life is better than before. But for many people, it's not like that, because they don't know how to manage themselves when there is some problem. So there were anxiety, loss of job, lockdown, and many people find themselves living in houses with their flatmates or family members not going very well. So also other problems, mental and physical abuse. And the government help, but doesn't help. For instance, if you are self-employed, you are not helped like an employee, and this was clear from the beginning, especially if you are working in the art industry. Me, for instance, I have not received one single penny from the dear Boris, and now I explain to you why. Because to receive the help like self-employed, there is a strange formula. I think is the unique formula in all Europe, and I want to say also in the States, because what they do, they calculate how much you earn in a year less you are earning like self-employed, but this earning like a self-employed are cleaned by all the expense, and then you must divide per 2. If there is a gap under the 50% between the total income and you are earning like self-employed, you are not entitled to have any help. So people have found themselves without one single penny from March, from the beginning of the COVID. We have a signed petition supported by the opposite party, the opposition, but that was signed by many people, and the Labour Party asked in Westminster to have a discussion about this gap and over the 50%, but Westminster, the party of Boris, they thought it was not worthy have a conversation for that. So still now people like me are not getting a single penny. They are trying to change a bit. They are adding that if you had a child, maybe you are entitled, blah blah blah. They should give money and help to everyone. Everyone is paying regularly tax. This is very low, mean. It's not good. And because of this, I know people that were working in like an extra supporting actress in theater have lost everything. So they have lost also their house, and if they are lucky, are now living with other family members. And but this increase anxiety, increase panic attack, depression, and it's like a chain. Everything is connected. So in my view, the government, at least here in UK, should do more to help people economically, first of all, and then arriving also to give money to those charities that are helping people with mental problems. Then we have this problem of the social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter maybe is a bit better, but Instagram and Facebook are the worst. People are all their life on this social media, watching what the other are doing and getting anxious if they see that the other people are doing things that they are not doing. Me personally, I'm going in this social media just to upload my stuff. Randomly, I put some I like, but I try not to stay on all social media more than 30 minutes per day, because they really ruin the mental sanity, this social media. Also, recently, I noticed a post on TikTok, that app that is coming from China, where there was a super, not an overweight, a super obese woman that was dancing like crazy for having I don't know how many like for that stupid video. This is a celebration of obesity. It's like celebrating cigarettes. Obesity kills. Why? So in this social media, the nipples are banned, but obesity is celebrated, and this brings other problems, because especially young generation think that if you are super fat and you can move a bit, you are super fat bum, you can become famous, and this is wrong. Social media, Instagram and Facebook are the worst and should be checked more by the government to stop many mental issues. Then the school, in my view, should do better, because when the kid is going to school, if there are some problems in his family or family, you can see immediately the problems, because the kids speak or behave, that you can see. So the school immediately should act to solve this problem. Sometimes the social service are not very good. I had a problem with my daughter when she was living with me in London, and she was almost 12, and the social service were complaining with me because I was going to work part-time. They almost told me not to go work and live on benefit, and I say, no, sorry, I need to go working because I need more money, because I want a pension when I am old. And they created problem to me. So also the social service sometimes are good, sometimes are not good, depends on the people that you find. But anyway, these kids with a family with problems should be helped properly, because depression can affect also a little kid. For the elderly, we know that there is the problem of depression, there is the problem of dementia. And in this government, I have, with this government in this country, I have discovered that if you want a social care and you have some saving in your bank account, you have to pay everything. They are so expensive. You can imagine how much you have to pay for a social care. If it sometimes is better not to have anything in this country, probably you get more help, even if you don't know where you go to finish, because you know the national health service sometimes is good, sometimes is not good. But if you have to pay everything because you have some saving in your bank account, the social care are very expensive in this country. But the social care should be the person that goes inside the house and check if everything is fine. But I applied to be a social care in the past, but you know how it works. You are a social care and they give you like 10 person in 7 hours. So you are going from one house to another one. So you can stay with this person just 1 hour. 1 hour, half an hour, just to check, prepare breakfast or check if he take the medicine, and then the person is left alone all day, or if he's lucky has some family member that goes to check. So also for this can be a problem, because many people are alone nowadays and the family are not more with lots of children. So also this will be a problem in this country. Anyway, I don't want to stay here to talk too much, but what my message is, first of all, emotional abuse must be considered like a crime, like someone that punch you in the eyes and send you to the hospital. The same, the emotional abuse, if there is the proof, must be considered like a crime, because really they can bring a person to kill himself or herself. It was happening to me if I was not reacting. So this must be considered a crime and someone must stay in prison for years. Then, if there is someone, like sometimes it happens in this strange world of the amateur modeling, I'm talking about my personal experience, there are some models around Swindon or on this website that is called purpleport.com, that they say to have more attention and more booking, because they want to appear like, oh, poor girl, so the amateur photographer book her for pity, declare to be mentally sick, have depression, blah blah blah, bipolar, blah blah blah, and it's not true, because if you are depressed, you have some mental problem, you not jump like a kangaroo with your tutu, you stay at home, you don't do anything, because I know I am not depressed, but the mother of my second husband was suffering of depression, so I know depression, what it means. It means that you don't go out from your home, you don't talk with anyone, you want to stay alone at home with no one around. And this speech was saying that she had a mental problem, she was depressed, she was, I don't know what she had, and then she was going around jumping like a kangaroo and booking, receiving lots of booking, and considered like a superstar. And like her is a fool behind this website. So if you know someone that is cheating the system for respect of the real ill people with mental problem, you need to denounce these people. These cheaters must be stopped to improve our society and having more money for the people that really need help. Must be like a sort of commitment. Okay, guys, I will become Prime Minister of UK one day because I believe in this country so much. Really, I don't care anymore about England. It's 9 years. About Italy, it's 9 years. I am here. So for me now, all my commitment is for this country. And I am trying my best to be a good citizen. Okay, guys, don't forget tomorrow that is the day that celebrate in all our world the mental health issues, and talk soon. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye bye.